The 6,239th meeting of the Security Council is called to order. The provisional agenda for this meeting is before the Council in document S/Agenda 6239, which reads the situation in Cyprus. Unless I hear any objection, I shall consider the agenda adopted. The agenda is adopted. The Security Council will now begin its consideration of item 2 of the agenda. The Security Council is meeting in accordance with the understanding reached in its prior consultations. Members of the Council have before them document S/2009/641, which contains the text of a draft resolution submitted by China, United States, Russian Federation, France, and the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. I wish to draw the attention of members of the Council to the report of the Secretary-General on the United Nations operation in Cyprus, published under number /2009/609, and the report of the Secretary-General's Mission of Good Officers in Cyprus, S/2009/610. It is my understanding that the Council is ready to proceed to the vote on the draft resolution before it. I should like to inform the Council that the Presidency of the Council has met with the representatives of the parties who have confirmed that they maintain their well-known positions vis-à-vis the item on the Council's agenda. On the basis of those meetings, with the consent of the members of the Council, the Presidency has drawn the conclusion that the Council can proceed to take a decision on the draft resolution before it. If I hear no objection, I shall put the draft resolution to the vote now. There being no objection, it is so decided. Those in favour of draft resolution S/2009/641, please raise your hands. Those against? The result of the voting is as follows: 14 votes in favour, 1 vote against, and no abstentions. The draft resolution has been adopted unanimously as Resolution 1898. I would now like to give the floor to members of the Council who wish to give an explanation of vote, and I would give the floor to the Permanent Representative of Turkey, His Excellency Mr. Barkan.
Thank you, Mr. President. Having voted against the draft resolution today, I would like to briefly share with you the reasons that compelled us to do so. Turkey has never objected to the intent behind the establishment of UNFICYP back in 1964, which was to protect the Turkish Cypriots. Our objections has always been to the method through which these resolutions have been adopted and the language they contain. The Security Council Resolution 186/64, setting up the United Nations Peacekeeping Force in Cyprus, and the subsequent Council resolutions extending the mandate of force have all made references to the government of Cyprus. As you all know, the partnership state established by the 1959 London and Zurich treaties in the shape of the Republic of Cyprus and the government of Cyprus collapsed in 1963, when the Turkish Cypriots were expelled from all state institutions, including the government. Since that day, there has not been a joint and constitutional government representing the whole of Cyprus, either legally or functionally, and the two peoples have been living separately under their own administration. Actually, this wrong approach to consider the government of Cyprus as the government of the whole island has been the main obstacle on the way to finding a just, lasting and comprehensive solution for over 45 years. The spirit of goodwill and cooperation displayed by the Turkish Cypriot side, which enable UNFICYP to function in the northern part of the island in accordance with the modalities set by the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus, does not change the fact that for the extension of the mandate of UNFICYP, open consent of the two sides has to be sought. However, today's resolution once again fails to do so. In line with the provisions on contingency planning in Resolution 1873 and the intention to keep all peacekeeping operations, including UNFICYP, under review, the Secretary General says in his report that two sides will decide what role UNFICYP will play in the future. If the Turkish Cypriot side has a say in the future of UNFICYP, why is its consent not sought today? That looks like a paradox. Mr. President, the resolution adopted today also contains elements as regards the good office's mission of the Secretary General, but unfortunately fails to make a reference to the Resolution 1250/99, which lies at the source of this mission. Turkey fully supports the Secretary General's good office's mission. We welcome the solid progress achieved so far in the negotiations, which aimed at establishing a partnership state on the basis of well-established UN parameters, namely bizonality, political equality, and equal status of two co-founder peoples. As the two leaders agreed on the 23rd May 2008, this new partnership will have a federal government and two constituent states with equal status. In that regard, we would like to put on record our full support to the efforts of the Special Advisor of the Secretary General, Mr. Alexander Downer, and his team. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you to Ambassador Abarkan for his explanation. The Security Council has thus concluded the present stage of its consideration of the item on its agenda. The meeting is adjourned.